My name is Taylor Lawhon. I'm from Sopchoppy, Florida. I went to Wakulla High School and I previously played middle. Out of all the different sports that I played growing up, volleyball was the one that I loved the most because the atmosphere of the friends that you make lasts for a lifetime, and it was more than just a sport. It was about coming together and playing the game to get the win in the end. I'm kind of obsessed with the show Grey's Anatomy, and there was a previous episode on there where they stated if you stood in front of the mirror and had your hands on your hips like you were a superhero, and you looked in the mirror and told yourself positive things, then it was 95% effective that you would do better in whatever the task was. So even though it sounded silly, I've always done that before each game, and I feel like it works for me. I actually, all of my life, said that I was going to play after high school, and then my senior year kind of took a toll in having a different opinion, and I wasn't going to play anymore. And then my older cousins, which are similar to sisters to me, persuaded me to come when Coach Peck asked me to come for a weekend. And I came with a mind saying that I wasn't going to enjoy it or have a good time. And when I came, it ended up being the opposite feeling. I enjoyed everything about it, all the people, the atmosphere. And then I decided when it was time to commit that it would be a right fit for me because I was so close to my family. Only being 2 hours away would be easy enough for them to come see me on home games or come visit me, or I can go home whenever I'd want to and still have the college experience from being far enough away to have some freedom. I'm pretty obsessed with Reba McEntire. It's kind of a weird obsession because most people don't even know who she is, but her most famous song is Fancy, and even though it talks about being a white trash girl, I always thought that was the best song ever, so I always listen to that song. I started playing volleyball in 6th grade, but before that we had rec park sports, so I kind of played all of them. I played soccer, and then I had asthma, so I would lay in the grass and couldn't breathe, and so that sport was too much running for me. Then I played basketball, and even though I was tall, I seemed so uncoordinated because I couldn't do it at all. And then I actually enjoyed softball, but then when it came down to choosing volleyball or softball, I chose volleyball. I wouldn't really necessarily call it a hobby. I enjoy spending time with my family. Where I'm from, it's kind of like a 2-mile stretch, and we all live on big farms, and all of my family lives right next to me on my dad's side, and sometimes I take it for granted to say that I can see anyone that I want in any given day. And so whenever I have free time, especially being here and being away from home, I enjoy just seeing my family and catching up about things. Friends is my favorite show ever. I think it's the greatest show ever to be made, even though it's kind of set in a different era than I grew up in. It made me want to grow up in that time because it was such a great show. But I can watch it any given day and laugh just as hard as I did before. I've watched the season 3 continuous times and keep going. It's just never enough. I want to be an RN. I want to specialize in labor and delivery, and I just recently did like an internship through my medical academy, and even though I got to see like deliveries in my internship, C-sections and stuff, I want to do more like in trauma. I wanted something more high-paced than that, something a little more fast and get your blood going. So if that gets to be an opportunity one day, then I'll want to pursue that. When I'm done, I want to start a nursing degree, and whether it be the nursing program here or if I decide to go somewhere else, that's basically what I want to do. I want to get my bachelor's in nursing. Reba's my hero. She's always been. It's crazy. I have so many different obsessions, but out of all the people that are in the famous business or do music and such as stuff like that, I feel like Reba's held to her morals, like her Christian views, and no matter what the fame like came her way, she's always stuck to them and been ladylike and stayed with it no matter how much glory she had, so I've always loved her.